What's up? I did let y'all know that I was gonna make a video, kind of a recap of my 2019. So I'm gonna try to make it quick, short, sweet, whoop de whoop. Y'all get it. Um, One of the biggest things I had to learn for 2019 was self accountability. Off top, off rip, like I went through a lot of shit, a lot of shit, and in the beginning, when you're going through certain things, when you're going through something, you you don't know, you try to find blame. It's very easy to blame somebody else, what they did to you and how they did it, and oh well, if you never did this and I would never blah blah blah. And really, a lot of the things that we go through, we put ourselves through. You know what I'm saying? We did that to ourselves. And a lot of people don't realize that. And that's one of the things that, like, when you're almost at rock bottom, if not already there, that you got to realize, like, you just be thinking about all types of stuff. And that's just one of the things that I had to realize. In a lot of situations, I could have avoided. A lot of situations, I kind of accepted in a way, and I kind of like let it happen again. A lot of situations, basically at the end of the day, like it was me. Like, a lot of times we'll ignore certain things. A lot of times we'll look past certain things, and the ending result is bad on us. But at the end of the day, like if we knew what we already knew, if we did something about what we already knew, we wouldn't be in that predicament. So if that makes sense. So at the end of the day, like if you know better, you got to literally do better. If not, you just going to keep digging yourself in some type of deeper hole. That was one of the biggest things for me, was like self accountability. Like, yeah, even though this person did this and that, at the end of the day, like, look at all the things that I done ignored or looked past, like that got to that point. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the biggest things, was self accountability. Another big thing that I had to learn in 2019 was perspective. You know what I'm saying? When you going through so much shit, when you just fucked up, where you feel like, damn, like could anything else go wrong? Like when you just feeling like the whole world against you and you ain't got nobody but yourself, then that's when you learn how to, like, not manipulate yourself, but you know what I'm saying, that's how you learn about perspective. Of course it's easier said than done. In the beginning, I would definitely say, like, I was really fucking negative Nancy. I'm gonna work on my cussing for 2020. That's one of my things I'm gonna work on. But anyways, in the beginning, when you're going through something, like, it's not like you're trying to be negative. You in a fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? You're not feeling good about it. Like, you going through something. So, of course, it's gonna be easy to just be negative. Like, damn, excuse me. Damn, why is this happening to me? Damn, why me? Damn, I'm such a good person. I do right by people. Like, why me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the biggest thing. We keep asking, like, why me, why me, why me? But really, life, like, every year you're going to go through something. You know what I'm saying? Like, rather it's something big or small, rather it's going to make or break your year. Like, that's just life. You're going to go through certain obstacles. What matters is how you get through those obstacles. You feel me? And that's what I had to also learn. Everything I learned the hard way this year, but that's okay. That's fine. That's just setting me up for a greater person for the next year, next chapter of my life. But that's what I also had to learn, was perspective. Like, at the end of the day, not everything is like a L. Sometimes we think of a L like a loss, but sometimes the L is really like a lesson. Like, okay, I needed to learn this. I needed to go through this in order to reach the next level in my life, in order to get to the next level. Like, I had to get through a certain, with certain video games, like, each level gets harder. It's a new challenge, you feel me? But it's certain stuff that you had to learn in that previous level in order to get through and succeed through the next level. So that's one of the things I had to learn, was really just like perspective. Like, instead of me like, damn, why me, why me, why me, I had to sit and think about, like, okay, I went through this. It's done. I'm here. Like, what did it try to teach me? You get what I mean? Like, what did this try to teach me? What can I learn from this? What can I get from this, and I can adapt to like whatever moving forward. So that's another thing that I had to learn, was like perspective. That's a big thing. Like, we are in control of our own mind. Like, I deal with anxiety. I deal with depression a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of my biggest challenges, and one of my biggest growth this year was how I was able to flip my perspective. Even if I'm in a terrible situation, even if I feel terrible, I still have to learn how to control my mind and be able to be sane. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, us mothers are strong. That's another thing. Like, I just want to say that. Shout out to all the mothers out there, because my son's about to be 2 next month. And these past 2 years since I had him, I've been through a lot. But at the end of the day, we can't ever give up, because we got someone else looking up for us. And we got someone else, you know, needing our strength. So, quick shout out to all the mothers. But yeah, that was another one, was perspective. I'm trying to think. This has been one hell of a year. And really, your friends, that's another thing I had to learn. Like, before, my mentality would be like, you know, it's not true. Birds of a feather don't flock together. Like, I used to be friends with bitches that I knew were whores. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was all hoes. Not all of them. But my point is that I used to be friends with bitches that was hoes. Some of them. And like, that's their business. I wasn't the type of person who'd be like, well, birds of a feather flock together. Nah, I'd be like, well, shit, she has a good heart. She's a good person. She's just a hoe. Like, that's still my dog. But really, like, that's not how it's supposed to be. Like, you really, like, are who you hang with, like, in a way. Like, if you are around all these people that's miserable and broke, you're going to be the only one that's not. Like, that's not how it works. So I did learn, like, that I had to surround myself also with people that fit into my future and not necessarily my present or my past. Like, I can't be with simple-minded people, or the people that's still figuring things out that I've already figured out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm trying to build my life up for success and trying to do all this, like, all these plans that I have to do that I'm trying to achieve, and there's people that don't have any goals and they're just living day by day, like, that's not gonna mix, right? That's not doing nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? They're not benefiting me in any way. I'm not saying use people, but you do have to use your resources. That's one of my things that my friend taught me, is just using your resources around you. Your team of people, your team of friends, each person should be able to be beneficial to you if and when it comes to it, like, at some point. Everybody should be able to be resourceful to you. Like, everybody should be able to help one another in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Stop hanging around with people that if you're in a fucked up situation, you can't call. Stop hanging around with people where, like, if you need some shit, you can't depend on, and vice versa. And don't expect you to always be the one needing everybody, but when someone needs you, you're not available. Like, that's not how shit works either. You know what I mean? So be around people that wants to see you successful, people that want to see themselves successful, people that are trying to do the right thing, like, all that you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't just hang around people just because they popular or because y'all have fun. And y'all, that's another thing y'all got to be able to, like, differentiate. Like, people that you just fuck with, like, just to go out and party. And then there's people that's your real fucking friends. Like, just not everybody that you just hang out and party that only hits you up for that. That's not your friend. That's like an associate. You know what I'm saying? That's not an actual friend. Y'all got to know what fucking a real definition of friends is. Because some of y'all don't know. So that's pretty much it. I mean, this is already longer than I thought. This is about to be 10 minutes, but I don't know. Maybe this video will help somebody, you know, or just teach somebody something or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But 2019 was, you know, a year of growth for sure. And I know 2020 is going to probably be filled with lessons too, but hopefully the blessings outweigh the lessons. So, all right. Much love and peace to everybody.